Finishing badges for power forwards. We're back with another video in our badge tier series, joined again by our player, Wolf. How's it going today, Wolf?
What's going on? What's going on?
Not much, man. Excited to jump straight into this video. I have a feeling some of these finishing badges are going to be interesting at power forward. We'll be talking about stretches. We'll talk a little bit about post scorers, slashers too. So stay tuned. Make sure you stay to the end to see all of the tiers. And without further ado, here we go. First badge is Acrobat. Wolf, where do you see Acrobat?
So I have Acrobat at tier 3. Pretty good badge, but I think it's more for guards since they have they're gonna lay the ball up more, and when you're bigger, you tend to dunk the ball more. So Acrobat won't activate that much, and there's better badges for layups, finishing layups. So yeah, Acrobat tier 3.
Okay, even if what if you're like a post scorer and you're trying to do some crazy up and unders underneath? Does that matter as much, or still?
Nah, not really. The other two badges that will matter more are Consistent Finisher and Pro Touch, which we'll talk about.
Got it.
And those are going to help you finish layups more in traffic, and, you know, bad timing, good timing will help. So
good deal. Okay. Next up, Back Down Punisher.
So I have this as a tier 1 badge, especially if you're a stretch. This is a great badge. Let's say you're a stretch, you only have 3 finishing badges. You could throw this on gold, and this will make your post work so lethal because you can get to your spot easily. You can just back the dude down, get deep into the post, and just shoot a post fade, which is super unguardable. And you also could like time the back down where like when you hold turbo, and then you see your guy starting to do like a shoulder shrug to the defender, and then that makes the defender like step back, right? And as soon as that defender steps back, you could initiate the post fade with Hall of Fame quick draw, like we talked about in the last video, which speeds up the timing of the fade. And as that defender's still in the animation of being back down, you could get the shot off before he even has time to contest.
That's glitchy. I've seen DT do it quite a bit on no smoke the last couple nights.
Yeah, so like that's a little scouting tip. I mean, it don't matter. You can't stop it regardless. But when the shot clock's low, we find DT. He throws up a post fade, and it's super glitchy with his quick draw. It's green, hard to stop. And if he misses, we have rebound. So
awesome. First time we've had Back Down Punisher at the top of the tier list here as playmaker, or excuse me, in a finishing badge. So interesting there. We're making progress. Okay, Consistent Finisher.
This is also another tier 1 badge. If you're a slasher, for sure have this on gold at least. Even a stretch is going to help you finish a stretch. You know, it basically reduces the penalty for poor timing layups, like release. And this year it's kind of hard to green layups, even if you full bar them. But yeah, Consistent Finisher, good badge. I know this to help me finish a lot in the paint. I have it on my slasher build. I have it on my rebound and wing as well. Yeah, I think at least silver to gold is a great badge. Helps you finish in the paint with layups. I think that's why I have Acrobat a little lower, because I think this badge is better. So.
Okay, what about Contact Finisher? Is it as high as these other two?
Yeah, Contact is tier 1 as well.
Wow. Okay, we're starting off high here. Talk to me about Contact.
Yeah. So Contact Finisher is good. As it says, it helps you finish in traffic. You convert more layups and dunks, so it's not just for dunks. And it also helps you finish alley-oops as well. So if you're in traffic to throw alley-oop, you have Contact on, it'll help you finish. Tier 1 badge. If you're a slasher, Hall of Fame. If you're like a hybrid, then try to have a gold. But you try to have it on regardless. So just because it helps with layups and dunks, so pretty much, Contact Finisher is a must-have badge.
Okay. Good to know. So this is the first time I think we've come out hot like this on a badge tier video.
Yeah.
3 tier 1 out of the gate with 1 tier 3, but this is crazy. Okay. What about cross key score? Is it as high as the others?
No, this is a tier 4 now. So now we're gonna go back to back to normal. Now we're cross key. It boosts up percentage for layups when moving across the paint. So it only activates in certain situations, maybe a reverse layup. Maybe a hop step from left to right on a fast break or right to left. This badge is not that good. Don't waste your badge points, pretty much.
Okay. We've talked about the Minger Binger before. What about deep hooks at the 4?
So Banger Banger, I have Deep Hooks is a tier 2 badge.
Okay.
It's really good, but it only works if you have a high hook shot rating. If you make your build with a high hook shot, definitely throw on Deep Hooks because you want to use that attribute. And Deep Hook and also hook animations also correlate with Quick Draw again this year. So if you're a stretch or like a post score and you have high hooks with Hall of Fame Quick Draw, Go Quick Draw, this badge is going to be really, really good just because it's going to be super hard to contest. So the same thing with Back Down Punisher. If you pair this with Back Down Punisher, you get your guy in the paint, you hit him with one shoulder, then you do the move. Super hard to contest. Yeah, Deep Hooks, great badge. Tier 2, the only reason why it's tier 2 because it's very situational on your build. You know, if you're a post scorer with high posts, with high hook rating, then throw it on. If not, you can skip it.
Got it. So make sure you understand your build before putting on this badge. But if it could be helpful, you have high you said high what?
Hook shot rating.
High hook shot rating, then throw this badge on. Makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, Drop Stepper.
So Drop Stepper is a tier 2 badge.
Okay.
This is a great badge to have if you're a pure slasher or a bigger power forward like 6'11" or above. You could back them down the paint, do a drop step. You could shrug your defender off and finish a layup. Good badge. I mean, very situational. I think this badge depends on your play style, right? If you're a post player, likes to back your dude down, then throw this badge on. If you're more of a slasher that likes to like drive in the lanes and finish off dribble, then don't put this badge on. But this is more of like a play style type.
Yep.
It's still good regardless. Just because like the higher the tier, you get better animation. So I've seen some crazy drop step animations where like the dude just throws an elbow and like pushes him out the way, and that was Hall of Fame. But if you have it like low, it's probably not that good. But if you have it like at least gold or Hall of Fame and you're a masher, it'll do wonders.
Gotcha. So again, play style. If you're going to use it, level it up till at least gold. Otherwise, probably not worth it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Good deal. I'm interested in this one. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty high, but maybe not as high as a guard.
This is a tier 1.
It's tier 1 too. Okay, so it's up there.
Tier 1.
And this is Fancy Footwork, guys.
Yeah, Fancy Footwork tier 1. This is a great badge. It allows you to finish in traffic with hop steps. It also stuns your defenders. If you do a hop step, it literally like stuns your defender. Like he just can't do anything. You can't contest the shot. So if you're a slasher that likes to drive and up a corner, jab step, go to the paint, do a hop step, Fancy Footwork Hall of Fame is a must.
Awesome, and make sure you guys check out our hop step video if you haven't yet, where we talk about how to do a hop step and how Fancy Footwork works with it as well. So make sure you check that one out. I think it's been tier 1 on every video we've done so far. So
yeah, it's one of the best badges in the game.
Crazy. Okay, Fast Break Finisher.
So Fast Break Finisher is tier 4. The reason why it's tier 4 is, it's a good badge actually, but for power forwards it's not good because when you're playing power forward, you're gonna be playing the corner, you're gonna be crashing rebounds, which you should help your center get rebounds, and you're gonna be throwing the break, right? You're gonna be throwing the break starters, you're gonna be hitting your guard and tran. You're not gonna be taking the ball coast to coast and finishing, on a fast break, 9 out of 10 times. So
right.
Pointless badge, don't waste it. For power forwards. Don't waste your badge.
What about in park? Could this change in park if they're playing the 4 but they're setting the screen? And I guess on defense they're still guarding the big and probably not leaking, right?
Yeah, so like it goes back to like if you're playing park and you're playing the big, you're probably gonna get in the rebound and hit your guard again to run the break. So as you should, I think it's more effective than taking the ball coast to coast, right? But for power forwards, fast break finishers, tier 4, you're not gonna really be using it that much.
So you want them to get it up, as you like to say, right? Get them up, just chuck them
up.
Yeah,
get them up. Yeah, get the ball moving. I love running the fast break.
Advance
I love
it.
to just push. Yeah, just advance the ball, trust your teammates to make plays. That's one of my things.
Sounds good. Okay. we're on to Giant Slayer. How important is this for a big?
So this is another tier 4 badge. Just because if you're a power forward, you're gonna be probably minimum 6'8". So you're gonna be pretty tall regardless. You're gonna be taller than probably everybody on the court besides the 4 and the 5. So this badge won't activate that much. So yeah, I wouldn't spend your badge points on it just because you're already a giant yourself. So
Got it.
no point in wasting your badge points.
All right, Lob City. Where do you see this one? Lobs are pretty good this year. So how high do you have this ranked in the tiers?
So I have this as tier 2. If you're a pure slasher or slashing your build, you can throw this on bronze, silver the most. Don't spend too much badge points on it. But yeah, just having it on is good enough. Bronze or silver allows you to finish more lobs, especially if you're out the corner or you have set plays that you guys run for Pro-Am. Even in Park, too. In Park is really, really good.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, Lob City, especially in Park, off the pick and roll, you can throw a lob, your guard can throw a lob, you'll finish it in traffic or whatever. Yeah, great badge, tier 2. Don't put too many badge points in it, but definitely have it on.
Yeah, just to unlock the animations, right? Similar to Chase Down, a couple others we've talked about. Okay.
Yeah, bronze, silver, and the most.
Perfect. Okay, pick and roller. Where do you see this badge?
So this badge I have as tier 3.
Okay.
For Pro-Am, it's not bad. It's very situational, especially it depends on your play style and your team play style. If you're a team that maybe runs 2 6'11s, maybe you have a 6'11 at the 4, 6'11 at the 5, and you guys alternate screens, maybe try to get a defense a different look and throw this badge on. If you're a team that runs a lot of overload, maybe, and you send this, and the power forward send the screen, throw the badge on. So it's very situational. It allows you have a higher percentage of making a shot off the roll after sending the pick. So for Park, it's really good. Throw it on and send the screen. Definitely for Park, throw this badge on. But for Pro-Am, it's very situational, so I have that as tier 3.
Okay. How high would you say to rank it up if you're a Park player, do you think?
Park, silver, gold, Pro-Am, bronze, silver.
Okay, good deal. All right, interested in this one. We kind of touched on it earlier, but Pro Touch, do you have this high up there?
This is a tier 2 badge.
Okay, higher than it's ever been, by the way, on a video so far. So why tier 2?
Yeah, so Pro Touch is really good. This is what. So I lapped this up on my slasher, and I noticed I was greening a lot more layups, like actual greening them. So. Yeah, it's really good badge if you have good timing in the paint. You can combine it with consistent as well. So if you have a lot of finishing badges, if you're a slasher with 20 plus badges, you could combine them and you'll finish some crazy stuff in the paint, especially layup. So good badge. Definitely for slashers. Recommend throwing it on. Okay,
a lot of good options here with finishing badges at the 4. I like it. What about Putback Boss?
So Putback is another tier 2 badge. I noticed that when I use in Pro-Am, at the 4, you're gonna crash a lot for offensive rebounds. So it's just to probably activate quite a lot. And I noticed that when I don't have Putback Boss and I try to finish a offensive rebound, my guy lays it up more often than not.
Gotcha.
But if I have Putback Boss on, silver, bronze, my guy will dunk more often than not off of offensive rebound. So that was pretty interesting. That's something I noticed personally when I used it or not used it. So yeah, it's a good badge to have, especially slashers that are crashing out the corner for offensive rebounds. Yeah, so Putback Boss tier 2.
Gotcha. I'm going to call out our viewers right now. I want someone to go in right now, put on Putback Boss, get down there, get some offensive boards, and let us know in the comments if you see it like Wolf did. Do you see more dunks, or are you still getting those layup animations? Because I'm curious. If we see a lot of people saying, hey, we're dunking right off the rip with offensive boards with Putback Boss. So someone go test it out and leave it down below in the comments, please. All right, Relentless Finisher, 4 left.
So Relentless, I have as tier 3 actually.
Okay.
So I think this is more of a badge that's suited for guards. It allows you to, it basically reduces the effect of fatigue, right? When finishing. When you're at the 4, you're not going to be typically you're not going to have low stamina when trying to finish in the paint. You know, because like I said, if you get the board on a fast break, you're gonna advance the ball most likely than not. When you get the ball on offense, you're gonna probably be in a set offensive. You're gonna be in a corner with full stamina. Um, you know, so this is more of like for guards that dribble a lot. You know, then have to finish in the paint
Yep.
and they have low fatigue. So that's why it's a tier 3 badge. But yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't recommend putting too many. If you're a pure slasher, maybe throw it on bronze, silver. Um, but if you're not and you don't have many finishing badges, you could definitely skip this badge
Sure.
and you'll be fine.
Makes sense. Okay, Showtime.
So this is a tier 4 badge. This is very similar to fast break finisher. Not similar, but it's kind of the same. It's just not only in the fast break. Showtime gives you a boost and takeover immediately from completing a highlight play. So very situational. Yeah, tier 4. Not much about this badge.
I can already see quite a few people in the comments say, I use it, I love it, I get a lot of highlight plays.
Yeah.
It's just tough to be consistent with that, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You're better off spending your badge points on other badges that can help you score more or your teammates.
Right.
Yeah, Showtime.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't waste badge points on it.
So maybe if someone loves it, it could be used, but Wolf is here to tell you at the highest level, the more consistent badges overall will improve your game in the long run, right?
For sure.
Okay.
100%.
Good deal. Okay. 2 left. Slithery finisher. Where do you have this one?
Tier 1. This is a tier 1 badge.
Wow. 5 tier 1, 5 tier 2. I love it.
Yeah. So this is a great badge. It allows you to basically slither past your defenders in traffic. Very good combined with fancy footwork. So yeah, I mean, this is a great badge to have. Pure slasher. If you're a hybrid build, still throw it on. Pure slasher, Hall of Fame. You don't want this probably at least silver. At least, you know, preferably gold or Hall of Fame. But like I said, if you're a hybrid, maybe silver. Yeah, great badge. I mean, this is a must-have for any slasher or any hybrid.
Okay, very good. Last but not least, Teardrop Er. Although it might be least. I don't know how good this one is.
Yeah, this is a tier 4.
Thought so, yeah.
Yeah. So floaters this year are they're okay. Much better than last year, but to waste a badge point on it, no point. Just because hop steps are so OP, so you're gonna hop step 9 out of 10 times when you're driving. So no point in trying to, you know, finesse your way in, shoot a teardropper or whatnot. So yeah, don't waste your badge points. You can skip over this one.
Good deal. Problem. All right, I'm going to stop everybody. Before you leave, I know a lot of people watched until this point in the video, and then they dip out as soon as they see the tiers. But this is the most important part right here. So don't click off the video just yet. Wolf, there are a lot of tier 1 and a lot of tier 2 badges here. And it sounded like from what you said, it depends on your play style, which ones you go with. So let's start on an outside stretch 4 real quick. Your top 3 badges and how you start when you're ranking them up.
So stretch 4, back down Punisher, number 1. Then probably go contact. I'll go contact, gold or silver.
Okay.
And then probably consistent or pro touch, depending on how confident you are with your timing. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
And I bet that's going to shock a lot of people because they probably don't think about back down Punisher being that important. But you're saying the way the game is right now, the back down fade away is so OP that you have to have this badge at the 4, right?
Especially if you're a stretch. So like if you're a stretch, your bread and butter of scoring is going to be post fades or spot up 3s, right?
Right.
That's going to be your bread and butter. That's going to be how you're going to get a bucket. That's going to be what you're going to do. So you want to try to maximize that as much as possible. So if you combine that with back down Punisher, it'll make your post game go crazy, right? Like it'll be super hard to guard, and it'll just elevate it to the next level. So you want to maximize that, like I said. So combine that with back down with a post fade and stuff is definitely the move.
Okay, what about slasher or post score? Where would you start with the top 3 badges here?
So slasher, you're gonna go contact, fancy, slithery, the top three.
Okay.
Hall of Fame. I mean, you can throw a lot more in there, but those are like the must-haves, no matter what.
Perfect. Anything different with a post score at the 4 or a hybrid?
So hybrid, probably the same, but just not Hall of Fame. Obviously, if you're a hybrid,
Okay.
you probably go gold. So, but if you're a post scorer, maybe back down Punisher, deep hooks, and then probably the last one you could probably do contact.
Okay.
Because you're a post scorer, so you probably have a high hook shot. So, but yeah. Those are like the must-have badges for like each of the play styles.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thanks again for hanging out on this edition. We have 2 more videos we're about to film right now to finish out this series, so stay tuned for those. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy these badge tier videos. Wolf's now looking in the comments. He's helping us answer questions on Twitter, on his Twitch page as well, which will be linked below. We appreciate you guys hanging out so much. Hope you have a great day. From Wolf, Cody, Spencer, and Pacers Gaming, we'll see you in the next one.